I am Lisa Lewis. I am a full professor and a director of the creative writing program. I went to Virginia Intermont College. I was a horsemanship major. I'd already been writing poetry. I guess I wrote my first poem when I was 4. Something about the moon. I wrote as a child and didn't know anything. I got to college and they hired a poet there to teach creative writing, and that's when things really sort of gelled. Of all the causes which conspire to blind man's erring judgment and misguide the mind, what the weak head with strongest bias rules is pride, the never-failing vice of fools. There's seldom a class that I don't feel like I had a good time talking to. This is probably actually better than an example-it. I think it's an important example of the dramatic monologue. Writing it is fun. It's just fun. And it feels very satisfying to write a new poem. That feeling of printing it up and looking at it always reminds me of how it feels to take a new pair of shoes out of the bag or something. It's like, wow, I have this pretty new thing. People, I think, stereotype writers and artists of all kinds as sort of lazy people who lie around, they sleep late. But I don't know any writers who aren't incredibly hardworking. Reading other people's poetry, when it's moving, when it's emotionally intense, and it gets at something that I think is very common to human experience, but people don't usually talk about it. Poetry does that better than anything else does.